Headshot.
Hello! How the fudge you doing? Hey guys, DField here bringing you another Rise SMP episode. We're going to continue today with our Blaze farm, and you guys have already basically heard what we've been doing recently, or the very first steps on actually turning off the spawning rates on this little platform here. So we're just going to go ahead and continue. So what we're going to do first is, let's see, we've done this. We're going to actually extend this layer another one down, just to make sure that we have the max efficiency of spawning. So we want to go one below the actual spawner and then do another layer. So we're going to fill in that layer that we left out initially, or yesterday. So let me take these out real quick. So we're going to fill this in, and this is going to basically, so this is going to be our main layout. It's going to be a 3, or well, technically 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to be a 4 by 9 by 9. So it's kind of difficult to kind of you know, kind of imagine it, but once you guys get the hang of it, it shouldn't be too hard. It looks like this isn't spawning right now, so I could actually just omit these blocks overall, just like that. And there we go. So here's our main layout, and what we're gonna want to do next is we're gonna try to keep it as dark as possible in there. So I'm not gonna do any of the fancy glass or anything. But what we're going to do next is we're going to extend this down. So we're going to start the funneling process going down. So if this is the initial spawn point, we want them to flow down. We're going to go 2 blocks down, 2 blocks down, 2 blocks down on each corner. And then we're basically just going to connect these corners like so. Oh, I keep misplacing blocks and it's wasting time. No big deal, right? No big deal. As soon as we get this Blaze farm up and running, this is going to be an amazing, like, AFK XP. Like, while I'm doing homework, I could just AFK and grab XPs. So it's going to be really nice. So there we go. So actually, I might have to pause the video for a second here, guys, while I do mine out a little bit more down, because I didn't really do that off camera, as you guys can see. I did a little bit, but there needs to be a little bit more. So we're gonna pause right here, guys, and we will be back in a little bit. All right, guys, we are back. I went a couple layers underneath again, and we could continue on with the build. But before we continue building that bottom portion here, we're gonna jump on top of the actual spawner here, and we're gonna mark out basically the little floorings that we're gonna have for the wither. So if this is, I think or not the wither, I keep saying wither, I don't know why. If the blaze is, I think the blaze spawner should be, where is it? Right here somewhere. 1, 2. All right, so this is the top layer, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and mine out this section here. So there's only gonna be like a 1 roof ceiling. Well, technically we can make it a 2 roof ceiling just to make it a little bit more efficient, but for right now we're gonna mine out this little portion right here, and it makes it so that we're just 1 block right above the blaze spawner. So if I mine the center block right here, the blaze spawner is right there. So that's how you guys are going to be able to mark out this portion. Now, to make the roof portion, as you guys can see, you make a little boundary like so, and then you're going to go 1 above it like that, and then just make a quick roof. So we're going to be 2 blocks above the roof. There's going to be 2 air spaces above the actual roof, or above the actual spawner. So this will make it max efficiency. It'll make it be able to spawn more frequently, of course, and then that'll of course up our XP levels per hour, and that'll make it efficient so we can level up the fastest way possible. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with that and then block this off completely, and that's basically our roof. So if you guys remember, let's see, so the blaze spawner should be right here, which it is. So let's mark this out with a torch, actually. So let me mine that, grab this. So if this is a torch, we're gonna poke 4 holes right here, which will act as the reminders of where we want the little it's basically like a lava switch. We're gonna have a lava switch that will enable us to kind of basically turn on and turn off the thing, so it doesn't like overpopulate the world. So that's basically our roof, guys. You go 1 above it and then put the roof right on top, and then make the 4 lava holes basically on all 4 corners of the blaze spawner. So if that is your blaze spawner right there, you're gonna make the lava holes just perfectly diagonal, 1 block diagonal in each way. 2 spaces above the actual blaze spawner, so the blaze spawner is right through this block right here, and there's your roof. It's a very simple roof, really easy to make, and it makes it so that it spawns at max efficiency with only 1 blaze spawner. Alright, so our next portion of this actual tutorial slash walkthrough is we're gonna start to actually funnel in these the blaze. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna have a little layer here. So this has to be at least 2 below it. Let's go one more. Let's go right here. So there's gonna be 2 here. And then what this is gonna do is, so we're gonna have to mark this out. I'm probably gonna have to get more stone bricks before I continue this video. But what it's gonna do is, you guys can look really quickly here. Bam, bam, bam. So we're gonna mark it out here. So right below it, so basically if you guys can look, you're gonna make another wall here, but there's gonna be like a little corner, a little bit of a corner. So this is like a dead spot corner. So technically they won't be able to move, or nothing will happen if they end up landing on that corner, but that corner is needed in order to kind of make this so that it's like a funneling feature. So here's another corner again. As you guys can see right here, there's going to be another corner formed, and it's basically going to be the same thing around throughout. So you're going to go 1 block in, or right beneath one of the diagonals, and put a block down, and then 2 blocks below your initial 4 layers. And then you're going to kind of just do a little pattern all the way around this little area here. So this does take some time. This does take some a good amount of resources actually. But we're just going to kind of go through with it. And it's a really good investment, especially knowing that Blaze do give 2 times the amount of XP that Mob Spawner normally would. So keep that in mind, guys. This isn't gonna go for a waste, or it's not gonna be a waste. It's a really good time investment in order to be successful in a survival SMP, or even in a faction series. If you guys make a spawner like this in a factions world, it's probably gonna be a little bit easier, as the materials are just readily available to you. But it's a really good practice, especially. Oh, we're gonna need more. We're going to need more stone bricks, so I might actually have to go mining, because I'm out of cobblestone at home. I see I have a couple stacks left here. Alright, so let's finish up this little wall here. So this is basically what the inside of it is going to look like. So inside this little square here, the spawner will actually check an 8x8 radius around it for spawning platforms, or slash spawning air blocks, for it to be able to spawn the blaze into. Now, since all these are going to be eventually removed, the blaze will spawn and eventually fall down into our little mob trap that we're going to have below here. Now, you guys might be asking, why is there dead corners, and why do you have this little ledge here? And we're going to explain that in the next part, guys. I'm going to pause the video right here. I'm going to mine out a little bit more of this layer down here, and I'm actually going to go mining for a couple, like probably another 10 stacks of stone bricks or cobblestone, and then make them into stone bricks, because I do have to have a lot of stone bricks for this project. So we will be right back, guys. I'm gonna mine out this little section here once again, and then I'm gonna go make more stone bricks for this project. I'm gonna also gather some pistons. I need pistons. I need stone plates, like the stone pressure plates, and I need like redstone. So I'm gonna grab all that, and we will continue on with the next portion. Alright, guys, we are back, and we're gonna head on over to the nether. Got myself some materials. So basically what I gathered was a bunch of stacks of stone bricks. Got some pressure plates. I got 23 sticky pistons only. I've got some redstone repeaters and some redstone. I'm probably gonna have to make more redstone repeaters. I'm not really sure exactly how many we're gonna need, so I got a bunch of oak woods and some extra stone just in case. So we're gonna kind of just gauge how much, because I really don't know the exact amount that we're gonna need for this farm. So we're gonna kind of just roll with it, and hopefully we can make it there safely without dying. And if I could get this into that chest, I will be good to go. So I've kind of memorized the way back now, and I do need some ladders for basically to make it an easier trip going all the way back up to the farm for right now. And where it is actually situated pretty close by. And all I gotta do is, let me find a clear wall. Let's go up this wall, right? Let's pick this wall right here. So we're just gonna make I can't even put ladders on this? Oh, I can. It's just glitching for a second there. That was weird. Alright, so we're just gonna basically ladder all the way up this until we reach the top. Alright, here we go, guys. Oh, there it is. It's dirt. Or what is this? Gravel? It's gravel. I see. Alright, and we are here. So here's the farm right here, and we will continue on with the build. But before I do that, I do have to mine out maybe another layers too here, but I could do that afterwards. But we're gonna move on to this next portion right here, and this is basically the part that kind of makes it so that they funnel into a little section of the farm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some pressure plates, and we're gonna take some sticky pistons, and we're gonna place on every single corner other than the dead corner. So I was referring to it earlier as a dead corner because this is kind of like the dead spot where they can kind of fall into, and if they fall into there's nothing really that we can do about it other than kind of just waiting for them to step out. So what we're gonna do now is in every single portion of this inner square we made, other than the corners, you're gonna put a pressure plate down. And then so there's the pressure plates down all the way, and then you're gonna mine the 2 blocks that were initially covering that little section that we just opened up. So all these pressure plates will be activating sticky pistons, which will basically push the remaining blaze into a little slot. So this is basically, it's a really simple design. Honestly, it doesn't take too long to make, and it's really simple. And if you guys do know your redstone mechanisms, you guys could probably come up with a better one, but this is probably the most common and the most simplest one to make. And then all you gotta do is, I'm gonna need to make some repeaters. Let's see, I forgot the little recipe for a redstone repeater. I'm looking it up real quick. So we need redstone torches, and we need stone, which is I have, so this is perfect. So let's make some redstone repeaters right now. Go into my storage shed. Oh geez. Oh no, okay, stay over there. Perfect. Ah! Oh, he withered me. No, that's bad. Oh geez. Alright, let's block this off. I don't want any of them. Oh my gosh, how many hearts do I have? Alright, I'm good on hearts. Oh, these freaking nether things are so dangerous. Remember, I had 2 stacks with me. Deposit all this in here that I don't need right now. So we need stone, we need redstone, we need sticks. So let me make some more sticks. I don't know why I have an apple. Probably when I was gathering some more wood. Now to make this, we need torches. So let's just get a whole stack of torches, I guess. And then split these torches up like so. And then we need redstone in the middle. And then stone on the bottom. Oh, I need more redstone. Oh, we're gonna need a lot more. Jeez. So let's see. So put this. We can make another 20, I guess, if I have enough stuffs. Alright, there we go. We got 23 so far. That's perfect. We only have 23 pistons. We're probably going to have to look for more slime because I do have a limited amount of slime. Probably going to do that off camera. Another off camera task to do. But what you're going to do is inside this little layer where you guys put the pistons, you're going to put a repeater facing into the block right behind it like so. And then you're going to put a sticky piston facing in towards the farm. Now what happens is once you guys put a actual block in front of the sticky piston, imagine I am a blaze. If I fall onto this block, I will get pushed in and slowly get funneled all the way down into a little funnel area that we're gonna have over there. But as you guys can see, that it's a very simple mechanism. This is probably the most commonly used mechanism for a blaze spawner grinder, and it's probably, I mean, the most frequently used is probably this one, and then the next one is probably just like a sort of like a mechanism that doesn't really use necessarily use redstone, but this is probably the most efficient, and I like this method, and I've been using this build methodology for basically all the entire time that I've been playing on, you know, the Archon, all my faction series. I've been using this type of blaze farm, and I'm gonna just stick with it. I basically know how to build it by heart, but I kind of just have to review, and I have to think about it a little bit. But it's not too hard to build. It's a really simple concept. So there's 2 walls done. Hopefully I have enough. I should have enough to finish this wall, but I'm gonna have to get another couple more pistons actually, because I'm not gonna have the exact amount needed in order to finish this full farm. But we're gonna go ahead and continue right here like so, and then blocks like this, and there we go. This is basically it, guys. It's not hard. It's a very, as I was saying, it's a very simple design. Pistons, and then repeaters, and then there we go. And then all I gotta do is put the block. Come on. There we go. And then we have one more wall to do, and then we're done with this little piston portion. So we're gonna do this portion one more time in the very inside of the actual. I think one more time. If I measured it out correctly, it should be one more time. So we're gonna have to get more pistons, and we're gonna have to get more repeaters as well. But that'll be off of camera. Oh god, I'm getting suffocated. All right, there we go. So there's that. And this is basically it for this little portion right here. I'm like stuttering here because I'm trying to think ahead of time as to what's next. All right, now for this next portion again, we're gonna do one more layer, another funneling layer, and we're basically gonna copy the same exact concept that we've been doing for the past 2 layers, and well, for the past 1 layer with the pistons. And you're just gonna go in a diagonal like so. So 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks like this. And then 1 block in like this. Actually, let's do, so they'll be funneled in, and then we'll have another layer like so. I think this should be, I think this is the right dimensions if I'm remembering this correctly. I just need to make sure I'm always within distance of that spawner. So I need to make sure that spawner, wherever my bottom floor of my grinder, I need to make sure that spawner is still going to be able to get ticked, and basically make it so that it keeps on spawning even if I'm like, you know, 16 blocks away from it. So I need to always keep an eye out on that little section over there just to make sure that I am still spawning in the blaze right above me. Alright, there we go. So we got another funneling portion here. Let me grab more stone bricks from my little storage chest. 2 stacks should be good. There. Boom, boom, boom. So here's one of the last layers that we're gonna have to do. And we're gonna need another 3. We're gonna need 3, 6, 9, 12. We're gonna need another 12 sticky pistons, and we're gonna need another 12 redstone repeaters and another 12 stone pads. But basically, I'm gonna end the episode right here, guys. There's a lot of stuff for me to actually do off of camera, but this is the same exact concept. You're gonna repeat this pattern onto this little layer right here, and you're gonna basically copy what we had on this layer. So but instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, and then they're all gonna be funneled into the very last portion of the farm. So thank you guys for watching today's episode. We are gonna go ahead and continue. We're trying to finish this little ender, or not, I keep saying ender, why? We're gonna try to finish this little blaze farm tutorial probably in at least or at the most 4 episodes, but we're gonna try to fit it into 3 episodes, hopefully. But I'm gonna go off camera right now and collect more sticky pistons, so more slime balls and more redstone repeaters. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys are enjoying this tutorial so far, make sure you guys hit that like button. Leave a comment in the section below if you guys want any other types of tutorials other than this one, and if I know how to do it, I will try to figure it out for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys later.